Let's talk about your signings then. You brought in Carl Walker.
Okay.
Go on.
Yeah.
You can comment. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to qualify Dan's initial statement, which kind of rattled me. He said, Lawless and Deji. There is no Lawless and Deji. Yeah. There's people that are operating at a higher level and then in a different realm, and then there's Lawless. You know what I'm saying? And I say that simply because I'm playing Champions League football, and as soon as we breathed that it was a possibility that we could take their best player, well, guess what? The very next day we got him. So
we ain't doing this.
Lawless, I spent a whole season of you pretending to be on par with me, and then the summer turned out, and it just put you in your place, bro. You were never on par with me. You never will. Just before we get into the club signings, because I actually think
finished above you.
The signings is dusted in Tutankhamun. When Lawless says that he thinks they can go up, the one thing that you were able to do was you were able to pull the wool over our eyes last season. You were able to lie to the panel and pretend that West Ham is an established Premier League team. If we're brutally honest, you're a yo-yo club. Let's be real. You're a yo-yo club, which means Dan's point at the beginning of this show, you could go down. I've got you to go down. Which is
if we're a yo-yo club, you've exposed yourself, Deji. You've exposed yourself as being shit at yo-yos, yeah? Because a yo-yo, we've only gone down twice.
Are you not a yo-yo club?
Well, no, not to you, because you're shit at yo-yo. You can't get the yo-yo to go up and down. You can only do it 2 times because we've only been relegated in this Premier League twice. One time was with the highest ever points to go down. We still hold the record, yeah? So let's not...
How many was that, by the way?
I think it was around 46, 47.
That's not a record I would want, though, bro. That's not a record I'd want.
The highest points to go down. That means we couldn't have gone down.
What season was that again? What year?
That was
2002.
I think that was
2003.
02, 03. I think that was.
And it was obvious you got relegated after that.
That was. It was either 10-11. I think it was 10-11, and then 11-12 or 12-11. It was either 11-12 or 10-11.
11-12 was when you came back up with Vazte, yeah?
Yeah, that must have been. So we were 10-11. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yo-yo, and then since we came up in 2012, I believe it was, we haven't gone down since. That's a long ass time. That's like 14 years. That's not a yo-yo club. Like I said, Deji's just shit at yo-yos, so he has to sit there and call us a yo-yo club. He couldn't get it. He's like, oh, give up.
Why do you think they're going down, Dej?
Bro, I mean, I didn't want to steal Don's thunder because he was about to allude. But if you look at Don, if you just take it away with West Ham signings, and then let's all pause for a second. And take it in.
I'll let Lawless cook here because I know you signed Carl Walker-Peters. You signed that left back, the guy from Senegal, man. You're laughing like Carl Walker-Peters. I actually rate him. I actually would have taken him at Chelsea, to be fair. But
we've got Spurs' best player. Let's do that then. If we're fucking just talking about who's best players, yeah. If Kudus is our best player, we've got your best player, yeah. Let's not have it. Let's have it right.
Who's that?
So you got Carl Walker-Peters.
If Kudus was our best player, Carl Walker-Peters was yours. If that's what you want to do, yeah. Do you want to do that? Yes or no? Which way do you want it?
Don't let it rattle you, bro. Tell us your signings, man. Who have you brought in? Bro?
We brought in El Hadji Malik Diouf from, like I said, the Senegalese international who pocketed Saka against England. Remember? Pocketed Saka. Remember that, Potts? You remember?
Yeah, not very well, but yeah, go on. Keep
going.
going.
But he did
that game at the thing in it, Forest's ground.
Yeah. Pocketed him. Then we got Carl Walker-Peters in, right? Which I'm not mad about. They was trying to get 30 million from us last summer. Free transfers, a good backup to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, good cover at right back / right wing back. Then we got Callum Wilson in, who my big problem with him is his injury record. apart from that, look, he can score goals as a backup. It's an okay signing. My issue is we've only signed, apart from the youth, we've signed backups. Obviously, we've just got in Hermansen, from Mads Hermansen from Leicester, new goalkeeper.
Who?
So Mads Hermansen from Leicester, the goalkeeper.
Oh,
Solid
Has
signing.
that gone through? Has that gone through now? Yeah, Hermansen.
Yeah, it's done. It's official. He was unveiled.
Oh, raw. That was quick.
Yeah, we got that done. We got it done. 15 mil plus 2.7 and thing. Yeah. So that's our signing so far. Now we have to get the flipping midfielder in. So that's our signing so far. You know?
I can't lie. That was one of the most dustiest segments I've ever heard. And we ain't even started the season. The season starts next week. All I heard was we brought a whole bunch of backups. Bro, we're talking about whether you're going to survive in the Premier League, and you're telling me what you brought in case one of those players who starts gets injured. I mean, Lawless, sometimes I don't understand what you're thinking or looking at. You lost your best winger, probably arguably your best player with Bowen, in kudos to my club, light work. And then you brought in Callum Wilson to do what? Injury prone. Who's going to get the ball to Callum Wilson? He probably gets 10 Premier League goals. Genuinely, over this past season, I've grown to really like Lawless as a brother and as a friend. And we face the true possibility of having one of us in the Championship next season. And it's going to be an odd dynamic on the show. And it's something for us to talk about and look at behind the scenes, Dan. But Lawless, I can't believe there is any... Like, aren't you angry at your board? West Ham is big enough. You can save enough. You've saved enough money because you don't own the Olympic Stadium, the running track where we had the Golden Diamond League this summer. Why aren't you bringing in better players, bro, to hit the ground running? You got good money from Kudus. Bring in some players. You're losing Paqueta. What's happening with him? Explain to us. How do you think this team is weaker than last season, bro? That's the truth. Or do you think your squad now is stronger than last season?
Well, yeah. I mean, who have we really lost? We lost Antonio, that didn't really do anything last season, got in a car crash. Creswell was a backup. We've lost Zuma, who was on loan. We've lost Sufal, who was a backup. It's not necessarily weaker, it's just not significantly stronger. And let me address something here, because I see your little video where you was talking about getting Paqueta. Nonsense. It's not happening, mate.
I think Spurs, if we wanted to, I think we could get him, and it would be a sensible signing given that we lost Gibbs White. And I think Paqueta, in my opinion, in the 10 role is better than Gibbs White. So for me, I don't know why Tottenham are dilly-dallying. I think it's the fact that West Ham fans are so pissed that if they were to sell Paqueta to Spurs, there would be riots in Stratford. Barring that, Paqueta wants to come.
Really? I swear his stocks have dropped a little bit though. Like the West Ham fans that I spoke to last year were saying how they'll be happy to get rid of him and that.
No, there was a point, last season where that was felt. Now he's got his case out of the way. He's looking like a big weight's been lifted off his shoulder. He looks hungry, he looks ready. We want to see him part of the team next season. We let that miserable, toxic rat crawl over to North London. Yeah, I think he was the dark cloud over everyone's heads because he's just moody all the time. Don't go his way, throw a sulk. So Lucas now is free to go and show us what he can do. So I want to keep him. They think they can just get him. There's no way. Listen, I hate David Sullivan with a burning passion. There's no way he's stupid enough to sell him 2 players to Spurs in the same window. There's no way he could be that stupid.
I remember this time last year when you asked me, Dan Potts, what was my expectations for Spurs season, and I told you with chest and a straight face, Champions League football and a trophy. For all those naysayers in the chat, hold that. You get what I'm saying? And
and you still wanted Ange out though.
So, you know what I'm saying? So
he met your expectations. Why do you want him out if he met your expectations? Why
there's level because Lawless.
Oh, here we
just
go.
like how everyone on this panel owns their own stadium. There's levels to this game. Do you know what I'm saying? Just saying.
Let me just
You know
ask a
what?
quick question, man. Let me ask a quick question because I wanted to. I know we brushed over West Ham very quickly, and I know we've not got long tonight, but I wanted to kind of look at Tottenham and that signing of Kudus quickly and the Thomas Frank appointment, Deji, because like you're looking at West Ham, you're thinking you're still in. You got their players. They're signing Callum Wilson. You're saying Kudus. Obviously, you're looking to try and get another attacking midfielder after the injury, which, by the way, is horrific to Madison. And I think Kulusevski's out till October. I lie, something like that.
December.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. So.
They're having
Where
a
are
bad
you at?
season.
Where are you at? You think West Ham are obviously relegation? I actually think they will struggle. I don't know. I think they will go down. You think West Ham might get relegated? What about Spurs, bro, under Thomas Frank?
Bro, I think at the moment, with the current setup, I think Thomas Frank showed us when we played you guys last week in Hong Kong that defensively we're going to be very much more improved. To win that game 1-0 and for you guys to not get a goal against my team shows that defensively we've improved. So I reckon Tottenham with the current squad top 8 because we don't have a 10 at the moment. We don't have Madders. We don't have Kulusevski until December. However, I should stress that Thomas Frank has said Spurs are still in the market. And when Spurs are still in the market, it means we're still there. And it means we will bring players in, even if it means at the nick of time. Do you get what I'm saying? The key area for Spurs at the moment is a number 10, obviously, and a left midfielder, although I think I'm hearing that Spurs are quite happy with their left-hand side. I'm not. I'm hoping they do something there. We're looking at Harvey Elliott. We're looking at McAtee. We're looking at Eze. For me, if Tottenham is a serious club and they want to push forward, we need to be bringing the likes of Eze into my club. We need to be.
I don't know why you didn't look at this before. I don't know why you didn't look at him, bro.
Nah, bro. We're not doing wedding venues on the show.
Wait, hold on. You see his debut the other day for Everton. You see the game?
Yeah, we're
We
not
should
that.
have got him, man. I would have taken him. Like,
We're dealing with Eze's here, bro. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know about that.
I don't think Dewsbury Hall plays for Spurs and we get Champions League football via the league. We are wanting to finish in the top 4, top 5 this season via the league.
Yeah, but the pressure, you can handle the pressure at your club. You couldn't handle the pressure at Chelsea. That's what it was. Like at the beginning, it was a player that I could clearly see that the pressure was getting to him, bro. Like he wasn't that confident, right? And then second half of the season, he looked a lot better. It would have been a good signing for Spurs, personally. I was speaking to Patrick about him before Chelsea even signed him. I said, bro, you man should be looking to get him out of Leicester. I think it's a good signing.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a Madison part 2.
I like you said, I think he's good for the likes of Everton, West Ham, and co. But as for Spurs, for me, I would like to be seeing the likes of Eze. I would like to be seeing, proper 10s. I think Harvey Elliott is a baller, but I'm even unsure if he's got a big enough profile for Spurs. But definitely the left-hand side is looking weak with Tell and Odebear. That's not good enough for me. So for me, I would say Spurs get top 8, and if we get a trophy, great. And if that's Thomas Frank's first season in charge, you've got to give him time to cook. But next season, I'd want to kick on, definitely.
You don't
because Spurs fans, we weren't all shaking our bums violently for Thomas Frank. I've got to be honest with you. He's done a good job so far, but you saw the difference in levels when we got slapped up by Bayern Munich just the other day. That's what we're going in for. And this Wednesday's game against PSG would be very interesting, but I'm expecting another slapping. And based on that squad on paper, Solanke's injured as well. We don't know when he's coming back. So I say top 8 for Spurs.
You're not happy with Paulinho? You're not happy with Paulinho, Deji?
I think Paulinho is a good signing, but the issue we have is the creativity, bro. Like, we're just stiff brothers. Like, we need movement, we need flexibility, we need someone who can turn left, turn right. We don't have that. So what we can do is we can concede less goals, stink out the place, hit a team on the transition. Do you know what I mean? Maybe stink out a few 1-0 wins. But are we going to dominate the game? No. Are we going to be able to beat the top 6 with the current players that we have? Probably not. And for me, personally, it's not good enough. But Thomas Frank has grace because it's his first season and he should be given at least a season to try and get them up to speed with his ball. But next season, do you know what I mean? There's going to be no leniencies.